Women are master manipulators. They are well aware of having certain powers over men, and oh, do they use it very much. Some women tell lies that have destroyed some men's lives. A recent poll suggests that women are twice as likely to lie more than men. You might think that your girl is the perfect woman, but behind your back, she is a whole other story. Today's video will give you a deep insight into the ways that women lie to men and how to deal with it. Let's get into it. Number 1. Answers with question. Okay, women might not want to lie, so they might avoid giving a direct answer. For instance, if you ask, "Where were you last night?" she might reply, "Why do you ask? Don't you think I was home?" But we just want a simple answer. This tactic is to buy time so she can think of what to say. Most people can invent a lie in about 6 seconds. So when she takes a bit longer, she's probably trying to think of a better lie about where she was, even if it's not true that she was home. When she gets defensive and avoids the question, that's a strong hint. And then she acts annoyed and wants to move on without answering. That's a bigger hint. What you have to do in this type of situation is to figure out if she's lying. Number 2, she gives a vague answer. When you ask, "Where were you last night?" and she stutters saying, out, she's likely hiding something. You want to know exactly where she was, not just a vague answer. Or if she says, "with a friend," you'd expect her to tell you who. If she doesn't, she might be with someone new, possibly a guy you don't know about. When she acts like that, she's probably trying to give herself time to think of the right thing to say. She doesn't want to share too much because she might have been doing something you wouldn't approve of, like hanging out with someone you don't like, or being somewhere she knows you wouldn't want her to be. Basically, she's keeping things from you. When things are like this, it's important to talk openly and honestly with her. Show that you care about how she feels and try to understand her. Make sure she knows she can be honest with you and that you think honesty is really important. Just get the truth out of her, but at the same time, don't over-push things. Number 3, takes time to answer. This kind of lie happens more when she's not face-to-face with you, like in text messages. Then, she has time to think before replying. Normally, she's quick to answer calls or texts, always speedy like Speedy Gonzalez. When she's usually quick to reply but suddenly takes forever to respond, it's a sign she's up to something. She's probably trying to come up with a believable lie because she's out or doing something she doesn't want us to know about. Listen to your gut feeling. If you sense something's not right, chances are it isn't. You're not imagining things. If you're sure you're not the one doing anything wrong and you feel like she's acting strange, trust yourself, but don't let it consume you. Just be mindful of your instincts. It's important not to ignore those feelings, even though you shouldn't let them make you paranoid. Number 4, gets upset. This situation happens a lot. She might say, "Why do you always question me? Don't you trust me? But I'm just asking a basic question." Why does she get so defensive? Sometimes they go too far with their reactions. There are certain phrases that make it obvious she's lying, like, "Well, maybe you shouldn't be with me." When she says, "Why are you with me then?" right away, she's willing to end the whole relationship just because you asked a question. This is like gaslighting because she's trying to make you feel like your feelings don't matter and that you're insecure or even a bit crazy. "Why don't you trust me? I haven't done anything." Now you'll end up feeling insecure. Number 5, body language. Pay attention to her body language. Notice if she avoids eye contact or looks away when you ask a question or when she's telling a lie. If she's saying, "Oh," while glancing elsewhere, ask her why she's looking away. Another clue is if she blinks a lot, like when she says, "I was with Mary, we had ice cream." Why are you blinking so much? Is something bothering your eyes? Basically, our bodies start showing signs of stress. You might notice she's a bit sweaty, tapping her foot, fidgeting with her hands, or touching her face. She could also be breathing heavily or blushing. When you ask, "Why are you like that?" and she gets red, or if she crosses her arms defensively, those are more signs to watch out for. Number 6, changing story. If her story keeps changing, it's a sign she's not telling the truth. She might keep piling one lie on top of another, and eventually, she won't even remember what she said because it wasn't the truth in the first place. Unless she's a really skilled liar, she might remember the lie she told. But if she's not that good at it, ask her for the same story another day and see if it matches. Chances are it won't because she'll forget what she said before. Don't let her get away with lying. Challenge her. Don't let her dominate the conversation. Bring up your points, restart the conversation, and point out how the two stories don't add up. Ask simple yes or no questions and insist on clear answers. She might try to dodge or deflect, but stay firm. Yes or no. That's how you deal with this type of situation. Number 7, she starts crying. When she starts crying, you know you're in trouble because most men are softy when it comes to tears. She's using that to her advantage. Once those tears start flowing, you find yourself saying, "Oh no, please don't cry. It's all right. Everything's fine." And just like that, you drop the conversation. It's like she has a magic button she can push whenever she needs to escape a tough situation. But deep down, you know it's not right. You're letting her get away with it because you can't bear to see her upset. It's a tricky situation because you want to believe her, but you also know something isn't adding up. So you find yourself caught between wanting to trust her and feeling like you're being taken for a ride. What you do in this situation is express to her that you value honesty over deception, even though she might not care at the moment because she's committed to not telling the truth. Let her know there's still a chance for a positive outcome if she chooses honesty. Even if deep down you feel there shouldn't be any happy ending, if she was with someone else, you do what you feel is right. Number 8, hiding her phone. This is an easy one. You'll never find her phone just lying around if she's not nearby. She takes it everywhere, even to the bathroom or when she showers. When she leaves the house, she obviously takes it with her. And at bedtime, it's under her pillow. There's something about having it under the pillow, like it's shielding her from all the notifications and vibrations. It's like she's keeping it close for a reason. Here's what we suggest. Ask her casually if you can borrow her phone, not to snoop through her messages or anything like that, just to look up something on Google because your phone is dead. If she hesitates or refuses, that's a red flag. Suddenly, she might insist she needs to use it urgently. You could say, "But why?" If she responds with something like, "Oh, I just need to check something quickly. You're not using your phone," pay attention. Make sure when you ask, she's not already engrossed in her phone, because then she might say she's busy. So make sure her phone is just sitting there, not in use. Keep an eye out for these signs. She's probably hiding something. Hopefully, you are not in this situation because this is terrible. You know, it hurts your feelings, it hurts your brain, it makes you overthink and all that. It's not a cool situation. So, hopefully, you are going to apply those if you are in this type of situation. All right, guys, we've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.